Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm Russ, and if you've ever wanted to see what stocks and crypto and other assets that our politicians here in the United States up on Capitol Hill are buying and selling, I have a super cool site that I just came across that I'm excited to share with you. So I'm going to go over how you use the site really quickly and briefly, and then we're going to wrap it up with the top 10 most bought stocks on Capitol Hill. And if you would be so kind, if you are helped at any point during this video, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button. And now let's get on with the show. And you would go to capitaltrades.com, click the Start Now button. And first you'll come to the recent trades page where we will see that Susan Lofgren, who is a representative from California, a Democrat, for her spouse, this has to be reported because it's the couples. So if they're married, they report what their spouse does. They sold Amazon on October 15th, and this was published November 3rd. And they sold 1 to 4 shares at a price of $3,409. And then they give the value range at the end here. The drop-down menus at the top are just all explanatory. You can search by all the politicians in alphabetical order, obviously senator or representative. It's a really cool site. What I like to do here, we'll do asset type, we'll do crypto, and then we'll see what cryptos were purchased by politicians. And not surprisingly, the one champion of Bitcoin, we see Cynthia Lummis bought Bitcoin on August 16th, 2021, and it was published October 6th. So took a little over a month and a half for that information to get to us, but you know what? At least it does. So this is why I always take it with a grain of salt, because she may have sold it after there was a spike. So always do your own due diligence and really do just use this to put ideas on your radar to see what people are buying. And as a side note, I always love to look and focus on what people are buying, because you can sell a stock or a crypto for 1,000 different reasons, but you're only going to buy for one reason, and that's because you think that stock or crypto is going to go up. So yeah, it's kind of cool. You can go down the line, see some people, Michael George Waltz from Florida buying Bitcoin. Interestingly enough, these are all looking like Republicans. We have Felix Barrymore from Alabama. Look at him go. He bought Doge. He bought ADA, which is from Cardano. That's their token. Ethereum, and it'll show you. So for Ethereum, he bought 0.28 to 4.26, which is a wide window, and he spent between $1,001 and $15,000. So they do that to help give them a little bit of anonymity. Now onto the stock side of things. We'll drop down and just change the crypto to stock. Look at that, REIT, non-pub mutual funds. So it's really varied for how you can search this out. And at the top of the list for buy, you will see is, let's do this one, Caterpillar. Okay, here we go. So it tells you right there, Susan Lofgren, for her spouse, bought Caterpillar, and it was a corporate bond. Andrew Gabriano bought Gap, ticker GPS. That's all right there. Very nice and laid out. And let's take a look at this right here. Michael Patrick Guest, who is a representative, a Republican from Mississippi, for his spouse bought ExxonMobil. Now, if you go all the way to the right, it will show you 22 to 316 shares, somewhere in that window, at a price of $47.43. The range of the value was $1,001 to $15,000. Now, click this little arrow off to the side, and it'll bring us to the periodic transaction report. Make that a little bit bigger. And you will see right here, you have to find it. He bought BP. That was a sell. The S is sell. And the P is purchase. And the ST is stock. Now, if you want to know what these codes mean, where it will show you the subholding of what it is, but they bought ExxonMobil. So this is what is disclosed from the United States Clerk of the House of Representatives. And if you get lost, check out they always have the link right there. When we click that link, it'll show us the asset code. So for that one, it was ST, which of course is let's find it, is stocks, including ADRs. Before we leave this page, if you click the representative's name, you'll see this really nice and well laid out page. So for Susan, who goes by the name Zoe Lofgren, she's a Democrat from California. They have the link to all their tweets and a really nice little biography about them, shows you their trading activity, all the different committees they're on, which you can click on those and it'll show you that broken out. The most traded sectors. Now this drop down menu is for the last year. You can do buys or sells. She's bought most in financials. Come down a little further and you can see trading activity. Now this is for companies. This is for AbbVie. So if we were to go down the line, you can see, here we go, AT&T. What has she done? She bought AT&T on 9/30/21, value of $8,000. And then this chart is AT&T's stock price. So just really nice laid out, and then just has listed all the trades down there. And if you want to go by company, it's going to take some time. There's just a lot of detail on here. Further down, it'll have their most notable buys, which for her was Old Dominion Freight on 9/30/21, and then the most notable sells, which was General Mills and Qualcomm. Her most bought company, her most sold. So really fantastic, really great resource to use. The Issuers tab just simply brings us to every company that you can search by that company individually if you'd like to. I love 3M. I just saw this right here, caught my fancy. So look at that. Out of the last 7 days, there have been no sells or buys. It's just fantastic. In the last 30 days, there's been $32,000 worth of 3M sold by politicians. Again, it'll show you exactly who did. So Ro Khanna sold $48,500 worth just by parties. So just really, really cool site. What I want to show you next is if you click on analytics, you will have a breakdown of all the most active politicians that have bought and sold. And as promised, blow that up to the most traded, where it is Microsoft. And this is by total value. So 20 politicians made 71 trades totaling $47,332,000 of Microsoft was bought. And go down the line, Nvidia, all mostly tech, Alphabet, no surprise there. Shell Midstream Partners, very interesting. Only one politician with 23 trades. And if we wanted to see who that is, we click on details and we will see that it was Mark Edward Green who did indeed buy this. Amazon rounding out the top 5 with 16 politicians having bought. Apple, Netflix, Morgan Stanley with the financials, Facebook, and interestingly enough, Antero Midstream Corp. Can click on them, brings you to the page, brings you to their page. They're in energy, last price $10.76. We can scroll down and you see as the stock price was moving up, how many buys and sells there were. And it's been all Republicans. And you can then scroll down just a little further and we'll see exactly who has been buying Antero Midstream Partners, which may be a good play and a stock for you to dig into. And I know a lot of you saw my Nancy Pelosi video, which I wish I had found this site because there was a few others that weren't as nice as Capital Trades. But here we go. We'll just pull her up. Nancy Patricia Pelosi, and there's her page. So again, just really cool. They got all their tweets there. If you're a political junkie, she's not on any committees. And interestingly enough, in the last year, her biggest buys were in the information technology sector. And second most was communication services. Now, again, this is in the last year, and this will go back. That's it, just a year. But we can look as little as 1 month. And then we scroll down and just really nice, broken out, has all of the buys. And again, you can double check their work. Click the arrow all the way to the right, brings you to the periodic transaction report. And again, we'll see that she filed her district. Really cool. Nvidia. So they bought Nvidia here. We'll go through this. So if you don't remember, ST was stock. So they purchased 5,000 shares of Nvidia on the 23rd of July. And that was in the amount of $500,000 to $1 million. And then they also had purchased 50 call options with a strike price of $100 and an expiration date of 9/16/22. So that's very important. Again, the owner SP, that means spouse. So it's just not a bad idea to come to the official document and double check and get that description, because now Capital Trades, I didn't see on there where it gave this detail right here that they purchased the 50 call options with a strike price of $100 and an expiration date of 9/16/22. So that tells me they're very confident that Nvidia is not going to go below $100 before 9/16/22. And do they know something we don't? Could be. This is just all public disclosure and at your disposal. So we'd love to know what interesting stocks or crypto or things that you've seen politicians buying using Capital Trades or the like. Please share it in the description below. Let us know. Hey, you can help me out. You can help the community out. We would absolutely love it. Let's get an open discussion going. Please do not hesitate to put your thoughts and ideas down below, because we're all learning, and it's really important that we share ideas and we can help each other out as we try to navigate through this investing journey that we are all on. And if you'd like to check out my portfolios that I share, in particular this guy right here, the bridge portfolio, click the link below at degrin.com. Check that out. You can see what's in our dividend growth portfolio right there. Now, this is in addition to our 401ks and our IRAs that we have been building for almost 20 years now. And check that out. And if you would like to see the video that we did on Nancy Pelosi and get a little bit more of a detailed breakdown of her buys in 2021, click the video right here, and I will talk to you there.